I celebrate myself and sing myself, and what I assume you shall assume. These lines of Walt Whitman's poetry is iconic work, The Leaves of Grass, which include these lines from the Song of Myself, a part of the iconic book. Celebrate life, celebrate human existence, both on an individual and societal levels, both individual and, most importantly, universal levels. This book, starting from the author, Walt Whitman, one of the greatest poets in American literature, lived in 19th century and throughout his life wrote the work of his life, The Leaves of Grass. And as I said, part of it called Song of Myself, collection of poems where he explores himself, his individual self, trying to connect it with universal self. This work starts with self-celebration, celebrating human existence. First of all, a philosophical question arises. Why should existence be celebrated? There are various reasons for that, and those reasons are sometimes individual, sometimes universal. Human existence should be celebrated because it's unique. It's given one time across centuries, across eternity and infinity. Human existence is not random. It's really like the symphony of the universe, like the dynamicity of galaxies. It all depends how you see simple things, like someone, as Albert Einstein said, you can think everything is a miracle, but you can also think there is nothing miraculous. The same way, you can either think human existence as simplicity and no need for celebration, but also you can celebrate it. What it means to celebrate human life. It's not always being on a celebratory mood, so to speak. It's celebration means different things. First of all, it's acceptance. It's reconciliation of situations which are beyond your control and you cannot change. It's also a celebration when you cannot change something, but you continue. It's like you are honoring Whitman's words. I celebrate myself and sing myself. Then the poet continues, and what I assume, you shall assume. He, through these words, he connects himself to all humanity. What refers to him refers to all humanity because individual life is connected to the world. Everything is reflected in individual, and individual is reflected throughout the world. It's like human being is the mirror, is a cosmic mirror, is a mirror of temporality, eternity, and infinity. All are intertwined in the same person, in the same human being, and it's not random. Another reason why should life be celebrated, because it's, as I said, it's not random, it's not something ordinary, but also because it's a miracle when you see life not only within the bounds, within the horizons of your own life, but in the context of nature, celebrating nature, celebrating everything that surrounds you. When you see life in the context of the universe, cosmic realities, everything becomes more celebratory, more mysterious. Life should also be celebrated through art. When you listen to music, like Beethoven, Mozart, or maybe non-classics as well, but especially focusing on classics in this case, when you hear, for example, Beethoven's music written 200, more than 3 centuries ago, you understand that you are part of a broader picture, that you are touching the nature of time, you are speaking with centuries, and it should be celebrated. There are many things to celebrate in life. First of all, human purpose. The meaning of life should be celebrated. When you find meaning, when you are not comfortable with meaninglessness, life becomes something profound, something celebratory. And as Whitman says, what I assume you shall assume, anything that happens to one individual is not only about that person, it's also about the world, because the world has somehow contributed to it. The world receives what it gave, receives back, but not always, of course. Here we come Sartre's idea, Jean-Paul Sartre's idea of individual choice, of individual subjective meaning of life. So it's both absolute and relative. And here come Einstein's theory of relativity, in terms of, although he measured time differently based on the universe, in the cosmos, time passes differently, like on the earth it passes differently. The same is in the meaning of life is different for different people. It can be relative, but still it doesn't change its celebratory nature. And celebrating life can also mean trying to find your mission in this world. When I say mission, I don't mean purely on a spiritual level, while it's also an important dimension. Mission means your true nature, your true alignment with the world, to better understand what you want, what is your direction, where you are coming from, and where you are going to. That's really important. Coming back to the idea of self-celebration, as I said, it doesn't always mean being in a celebratory mood, but it's the art of small steps. It's the art celebrating oneself, celebrating one's own existence means continue moving forward when you are in existential boredom, when you don't find solutions to some problems, when you don't find perfect solutions, perfect answers to life's enigmas, but you still continue. It's nothing more than celebration. Another concept in Whitman's poetry, especially in the Song of Myself, which is part of the Leaves of Grass, is bridging universal self with individual self with universal self. Whitman categorizes three dimensions. First, the self-concept. It's you, how you feel, how you perceive life. Second layer comes your communication with the world, your place in the world, and your communication with nature, with others, with other human beings, with society, and with the universe. So he emphasizes the social nature of human being. Remember, there was Robinson Crusoe. He was not happy in an island, in an isolation. So human needs community, human needs social place in society. So Whitman's second dimension, as I said, is this: the communication of the self with the self of society, with the self of community, collective self. When individual joins with the collective self, communicates. The third and higher level is when individual self communicates with the universe, when individual self tries to be part of the universe, greater realities. When I say universe, it doesn't literally mean only galaxies, only planets, black holes, atmosphere, stratosphere, etc. It simply means another type of universe, maybe the universe of consciousness, etc. To conclude, a life needs to be celebrated because it's unique and not random. To celebrate life means to find the purpose, to move forward regardless of challenges, regardless of unanswered enigmas of life. And life becomes much better, much more grounded when you say, when you follow Whitman's philosophy of life, saying, I celebrate myself and sing myself. And what I assume, you shall assume. Thank you for watching this video.